Hi, this is Bobby Brown, and welcome to another fucking podcast.
You kids with your loud music and your Dan Fogelberg, your Zima, hula hoops, and Pac-Man video games, don't you see? People today have attention spans that can only be measured in nanoseconds.
See, son, old legends never die. They just lose weight.
Like a legend and an out-of-work bum with a lot of life.
Hello, you crazy dead fucker!
Party time!
Oh, hey, helps if I unmute myself too. Hello, Hollywood. Hello, world. Hello, my loyal minions. It is good to see you, and it's always good to be seen. I'm Izzy Presley, and this is Metal Edge Magazine's Another Effing Podcast, Hard Rock's premier podcast. You know how I know that? Because we thought of it. God,
I told you so.
Because Paul Gargano told me so. Got a great show for you lined up this week. As you can see on the screen, Phil X is already here and raring to go, and he's moving now. I like this. I like this. He was a little choppy before. Oh my God, we have multiple angles going on here.
Oh yes, they don't mess around. Yeah.
Oh geez, I freaking love this. Huh?
Oh, no?
What? Oh, no, I just missed what you said.
Oh, my buddy Kyle here, he doesn't mess around.
Oh, yeah. Hey, screw you, Kyle.
Hey, wait. That's funny that you should say that.
Make sure you guys hit up all the socials at Metal Edge Magazine on the Instagram, and you can find Paul Gargano there as well at Paul Gargano, and on the Twitter machine, which I think there's going to be a Metal Edge Twitter soon.
Once we figure that shit out, there's gonna be we got to figure out who made the account and blah blah blah. It's a lot of work.
I know it is.
My brain doesn't move like that.
And you can follow me at Real Izzy Presley all the way across the board, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And of course, the show page for now on Facebook is at Another Effing Podcast. And of course, Metal Edge Magazine is on Facebook as well. Before we bring in the illustrious Phil X, I have one comment I want to read. And this is from the AC/DC Highway to Hell versus Back in Black round 2 with Jesse James Dupree, Rob Caggiano, and Ricky Warwick. This is from somebody called Red Erickson, and I have to do this in the voice because that's the only way I could possibly do this. I really want to listen to this discussion, but I can't stand Izzy Presley's voice when he starts doing the Sebastian Bach imitation. It's so goddamn shrill. It seriously grates on my nerves. Please fucking stop. All right, cool. There, we got that out of the way.
Just by the way, I just want to, whoever Red Erickson is, he's my brother in pain.
Hey, but look at the bright side. We got that out of the way.
Out of the way.
Yes, exactly. Sebastian's out of the way. The imitation's out of the way.
All right, and we got to crack one for the working man. Red Bull. Good time. Izzy has to. Phil X, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. Wait, where am I again?
Somewhere in
near 30 miles outside of Boston, Massachusetts.
All right. That's good.
That's
A
good.
lake. If it was light out, you'd see a beautiful lake right behind me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How are things? I see you're out with Kurt Deimer now, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you started the leg of the tour a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, so it's been a couple of weeks, and we got five more shows.
5 more shows. How's it going?
It's going great, man. Like we've been killing it. It was nice to start in Texas because we were doing the big venues. We were doing like House of Blueses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice to be on a big stage. Tonight was back to they had a cave for the drums. That's not our drum. I was in tonight, but 40 minutes ago.
I missed all of that.
Yep.
Did you too, Izzy?
Yep.
All right.
From which
so
part?
after cave, they had a cave.
Oh, they had a cave for the drums.
Okay.
But drums. We set up in front of that. But it was a very interesting show. And I just got off stage about 40 minutes ago.
Well, I did not even know It's Dracul.
Draycut.
Draycut. Yeah, I didn't even know that existed, and I'm from that part of the world. So that's
man.
Yeah, you guys are finding some.
I do have to say it was a great crowd.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Paul,
That's
of course,
great.
you're from that part of the world. It explains your holier than thou attitude with my "I'm better than you" beard.
No, this is what you call I've been sick and I've been too lazy to shave. This is coming off tomorrow. I hate it. I don't like it. Well, this is the second longest it's ever been. This right here is 3 weeks.
Wow.
So yeah, it's this is what happens when you're Italian. You should see my chest.
No, man, I'm good.
You're like, I'll bet.
I've seen enough pictures of Paul Stanley with his shirt off. I do not need to see any more.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I follow a lot of old Kiss stuff on Instagram, and yeah, Paul Stanley without a shirt. That was very common back then, wasn't it?
yeah.
The Paul Stanley chest mane.
So what I want to talk more about the Kurt Deimer tour, but before we even get into that, the last time you were on the show, we really didn't get into your past and your history. For those people who don't know, Phil is the guitar player of Bon Jovi. How did that come about? How did you end up in the Bon Jovi camp?
Well, it's for me, it was like it was one of those things where somebody was asking around. Well, somebody was John Bon Jovi, and said, "Hey, I need a guy. There's been a couple of shows where Richie was unable to play, and I can't let that happen ever again. Who do I get that can walk on stage and play with Bon Jovi and nobody will notice?" And that sounds kind of impossible to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right.
But John Shanks had just dove deep into a bunch of PhilX videos on YouTube and said, "You got to get this guy, because this guy, he can sing and play anything, and he seems like a really cool guy, and he's funny, good to have around." And that was it. When I met John Shanks, he called me 2 weeks after we actually met at Henson Studios, and he said, "Hey, I think I got a gig for you." And I'm like, "Well, what is it?" And he said, "I can't tell you over the phone. Come to my studio tomorrow and I'll fill you in." So when I walked into his studio, it was as simple as this. It's filling in for Richie Sambora on Bon Jovi. Here's the contract. Here's the disclaimer of confidentiality. And
wow. That was it. And how many years ago was that?
That was 2011.
Wow.
And that happened fairly quickly, right? It was pretty much, "Oh yeah, learn these songs, you're playing tomorrow night" type of thing.
It seemed like it was quick, but they put me they got me going with homework early, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was on hold for a few months learning the show, and but it was one of those things where you might have to come out, you might not, but just be ready. You might have a sound check.
Right.
Walk on stage. It was one of those things. I was kind of intimidating, but I was just, they sent me videos of shows from 2010 in Tokyo, so I could just, watch John and his mannerisms and how he cues the band, and the extension of all the songs, and this solo is longer, and this is longer, and this happens here, and this is a medley, and then I got that down, and then so when I went out, everybody was pretty, wow. And Tico was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
Hi, I'm just Tommy Thayer. I was told to be here. I'm in the outfit just in case.
Hey.
Yeah, do you have Kiss makeup ready to go too if you ever have to play Ace? Is that
I have an Ace closet.
Yeah, an Ace closet.
Of course you do.
Closet, an Angus closet.
An Eddie Van Halen guitar.
Dude, how about that, man?
Oh wow, yes.
My ultimate tribute to the king.
So my introduction to Phil came through Kurt Deimer. He played on the Pink Floyd. You played on the "Wish You Were Here" cover, and that was the first time I really heard you just lay something out and go, "Holy crap!" Because I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan. And after that, just being able to see you play. I mean, I'm looking very forward to Shiprocked because you have an affinity for Eddie Van Halen.
I do.
You do, yes.
I have a clan. We're called the Disciples of Ed, and we're all, you know, we're very picky, and I mean, but they don't have the fire, soul.
Mhm. Did you cut out, Izzy? Did you cut that out? Did that cut out?
Yeah, that cut out.
Did I?
Yeah.
It was
like,
really, we had a really
it
good
says on
stretch
stage.
there where it was perfect, and then it just now, yeah, it was like we were perfect for a while. Are we back?
he kind of looks like
Yeah,
Daryl Dwarf
correct.
right now.
They're sharing each other's
Come
internet.
on.
All right,
That's not a shot. I love Daryl Dwarf.
he does. He does. Are you? Can you talk? Can we hear you yet or no? No.
No. Do you want me to do the Sebastian again?
There, he's back. He's back.
There he's back.
No, I do. The last thing I want you to do is Sebastian again. All right, we've got Phil again. So you were talking about Disciples of Ed.
Yep. He's not unmuted though. You got to unmute yourself there,
You
brother.
got to unmute yourself. Your mic isn't on. Live podcasting, ladies and gentlemen.
This is actually a really great photo.
Yeah. You cracked the joke. I didn't even hear it.
All right, there we are. Oh wait, I think we're back.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay.
We are back.
We cut out at Disciples of Ed was where we cut out.
Disciples of Ed. Me and my pal. We just every time there's a cool photo of Ed somewhere, because I mean, aside from the his passing, which was devastating to us all, so much video to surface that I never saw before. So we're always like sending it around on emails and text and stuff. Yeah, just my favorite guitar is an SG, and I wanted to like trick. I mean, it would have, but I didn't much to Eddie Van Halen. I wanted to be something special.
Yeah, we cut out again. That was.
But I caught the gist of that because your favorite guitar is an SG, and you wanted to do a tribute to Ed that was something special, and that was your SG painted like Eddie's Frankenstein.
I may.
Oh, Lori is here.
Now he's gone completely.
Lori has checked in from down under. Said, "How much did I miss?" It's just popped up on my Spreaker now. You missed a lot of in and out.
You missed a scrolling testimony to the job Kamala Harris is doing with our broadband expansion across America.
Well, we just lost half of our crowd. Thanks, brother.
sorry. That was an inside joke. I'm sorry.
Sledgehammer in the house as well.
And our numbers just got cut in half.
Good job, brother. Good job.
Oh, we got to admit that was funny, Izzy. Come on.
No, I thought it was rather hilarious.
So we will talk through this as they get themselves set back up.
And he's moving now. Well, he was.
He was.
Phil X is back. My God, King. Phil X is back, King. He's just not unmuted yet.
He's not unmuted and he's not moving.
Just for the
sorry, now you're moving.
Now you're moving. Now, so you guys know that the internet where Kurt and
Phil
and Phil X are right now is very sketchy. So,
yeah, they're in the middle of the woods on a lake outside, about a half hour outside Boston, Massachusetts. And I just got a text message from the tour manager. Exact quote: "Cell service is fucked."
Good
is
times.
the exact message that I just got. So yes,
good times.
Lori
Lori says, "Hey,
it looks like we've got Phil. I can see Phil moving.
I can see Phil moving as well. I think we can hear him talk."
Oh. Video.
Yep, there he is.
Yep, there he is. Because Lori said, Lori from Australia said, "Hey, we can go to sign language."
Yeah, exactly.
Well played, Lori. Well played.
Oh, I see what's happening here.
Yes, I see.
I see what's happening. I see.
That's the ultimate sign language right there.
There we go.
Recording in progress.
Okay, is this
Oh my God, that's so much better. Oh my God.
Okay, now you're gonna have to shut the air.
Now shut Kyle's off.
Woo! Okay, let me look
We
at
are
my
getting-
view here.
We are getting there, kids. Tony says
Okay.
we can. Tony says we can listen to the Sebastian impression. No, we don't do that anymore. Anyways,
Okay, so is this better?
yes,
Oh my God,
much
that's
better.
fantastic.
Much better.
Okay, so we try to go hi-fi, and now the phone's okay. So hopefully this will work for a while.
Oh no, this is fantastic.
Wow, this is great. This is 1,000 times better.
This is perfect. We're perfect now.
Daryl
So, okay.
Dwarf, take notes.
Yeah,
All
plan
right.
B is sometimes the best plan.
Plan B is the best plan. So, like
Yes,
I said,
yes.
live podcasting. This is the thrill of it all. So you were talking about your SG. You love playing SGs, and you
Yeah.
did your, and that's when we lost you again. So pick up where
Okay,
talking
so-
about your.
This is, you know what? Ed's passing was devastating to all of us. It was especially, you know, he changed my life because I saw him when I was 13 at Maple Leaf in Toronto, women and children. And it's like war superheroes flying around stage. This is rock and roll, aside from the guitar playing. But for me, it's one of those things that, you know, I thought I want to have a tribute to the king, but I don't want to just walk in a music store and buy a fucking Strat.
Right.
I want something that I'll play all the time. And so SG is a guitar that I love. And my two buddies, Scott and Johnny up in Canada, Frankenstein the shit out of this SG, and it's awesome. I'm actually
Oh God.
Oh boy. Yeah,
Tribute
he's
to the
back.
internet.
He's back. He's going to a different part of the building, which might be a good idea.
We're
Okay,
walking. Now we have mobile PhilX.
We got mobile PhilX. All right, now you just have to unmute, brother.
okay.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know what you got and what you didn't get.
We got it all.
Okay,
Pretty
good.
Yeah,
much.
so that the guitars are made. So your friends in Canada, Frankenstein to the guitar, basically.
But yeah, well, I mean, Johnny did the routing. It's like, you know, we wanted to get it as close to the Frankenstrat as possible. So we had to, first of all, let's start here. Gibson, and I can't believe they did this. Gibson sent those guys a blank SG. So they could do the
wow.
Frankenstrat routes without having to fill wood in and stuff like that. So Johnny did the routing and the assembly, and Scott bought and painted it.
Wow.
And it's one of those guitars where people go, "Hey, cool guitar. Wait a minute, that's an SG." And it's a one of a kind. And Scott says he's already got people like emailing him like crazy, like what do I have to pay for something like that? But the cool thing is that it may remain one of a kind because it's not like Gibson's going to give everyone blanks.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, for everybody that wants to see this actual guitar, if you go to Phil's Instagram account, he's actually got video up there of him playing the guitar. There was a hotel room video the other day that you posted that was fantastic. I was like, holy crap. It was really good. So if you go to the Instagram account, you can see the guitar, you can see him playing the guitar, ripping some Eddie stuff. So fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, what's really cool about it is talking about it too. You know, like everybody calls and it's funny. It's already been Frankenstein by me, not personally, but we were in Dallas and a friend of mine is a luthier there, and I go, I think I want to change the bridge out, so we put a wraparound bridge on it.
Nice.
We put a wraparound bridge on it, and it took it up a notch, man, like maybe several notches. It's amazing. So I've been using it on for one song, Naive, which is Naive is, I think, my favorite song in the set. So we close it with that.
Okay.
Hold on, man. Hold on one second.
Good.
Can I? Okay. I need you. Hold on just 1 second.
Don Kovacs checking in says this podcast is brought to you by White Castle.
No one's had to stop to go to the bathroom yet.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Scotty from Canada is checking in as well. What else do we got? We'll play this for Scotty since he's a lot of Canadians tonight.
A lot of Canadians today.
All right.
Phil carries the Canadian cred.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
So you play it during Naive.
Yes. And it's pretty cool because I mean, this is what I do when we get into a finale of a song. I feel like I'm abducted and I'm looking at myself from outside myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like I do some crazy things. And there was one night where, you know, I spun the guitar around my shoulder, and then when I went, instead of passing it to my guitar tech Sammy Bones, I threw it at him. So it was a good toss. It was a good catch.
It was a good toss and a good catch.
I'm gonna start calling him Sammy Good Catch Bones.
Sammy Good Catch Bones.
So, because every night since, I've been tossing him the guitar, and then I just go good catch, and he goes good throw, and that's our new little rapport on stage.
Did you go as far as like putting the reflectors on the back and then the 1974 coin on it and everything?
It's the 71 quarter.
Oh, 71 quarter. 71.
Yeah, and the 80s reflectors on the back. Yes.
Nice.
Now, is there
the detail? Actually, the detail is as accurate as it could be on the different body shape. But I learned that there's a lot of guitars out there where the detail isn't as accurate.
Yeah.
But so I'm thrilled. Like, I couldn't have had a better team than Scott and Johnny. It's just unbelievable.
Now, is there any shot of seeing the Eddie guitar on a Bon Jovi stage?
I think so. Because it's you know, like, I think Raise Your Hands, for instance, would be a perfect candidate.
Oh, absolutely.
For that guitar, because I just pull it out and it's just, you know, it feels homage.
Yeah.
To King Edward, you know? So I think it would be fine. I showed it when we did a one-off in Nashville last month, and I sent it to I showed it to John. I go, hey, check it out. So I had these guys in Canada, Frankenstein, my SG, and he was like, oh my God, that looks amazing. And I'm like, yes, it does.
Yes, it does. And you can't play it.
Well, and also,
no, you know what's funny? I have this thing though. There's been a couple of times on a Bon Jovi stage where I pull out this flying V, and just the stage is so big. I could just look at the other end of the stage and the audience, and I hope he doesn't see it.
Well, you know. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, and then you know, maybe he'll catch a glimpse of it, and then he'll go, oh, you know, I'm like surprised that he doesn't say, yeah, maybe you shouldn't use the flying V for that song, you know. But you know, my whole relationship with the band has been amazing because out of the gate, I would, you know, when I was learning the show, if Richie was staying true to the solo on the record, I would do that, and then if he went out on a tangent, I would kind of do that. So as soon as I walked in, they were like, wow, you got everything going on. It's great. You know, and then it wasn't until 2013 when I did like 90 shows that, you know, John said, hey, maybe this solo you could do verbatim. Cause you know, it's like that Dry County, I think it was.
Okay.
But that's a 3.5 hour show. Even when I had the 2.5 down, they're like, we're going to Europe. You need to learn 20 more songs. I'm like, what? You know?
Shit.
So maybe I'll learn the song so I can get through it and then learn the solo later.
There you go.
Right? You have to have a plan for something like that.
Right, exactly. And Phil, look, I mean, Raise Your Hands would also be a great part of the set to bust out that full-blown Spaceballs outfit.
That's what I was thinking, man. Hold on. Wait, are we talking barf?
Oh, dude, you can do barf. You could do the Spaceball. Hey, whatever. We ain't found shit.
We ain't found shit. What are you doing? No, comb in the desert.
I need the helmet. I need Rick Moranis'
helmet. The dark helmet. Yes.
Now that would go good with that guitar for sure.
dark helmet with the Frankenstein. I love it. I love it.
Phil, when you first started, I'm assuming you rehearsed with them before you went out and played with them, or?
Well, it's it just so happened that when John did actually call me the first time, it was April 14th, 2011, and he said, "Hey, we're thinking of coming, flying you to New York so we can rehearse a couple of days, and then put you on hold for May." So we did that. So I flew to New York, and then the funny thing is they don't rehearse much. I was like, we ran each song once, and then we ran, and this is the even crazier part. The day I flew to New York, Richie Sambora checked into rehab.
Wow.
So On Hold for May turned into You're Due in May.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it went that quick. It was like, so we went through some songs one day, and then the second day we rehearsed a possible set. And then 2 days later was in front of 50,000 people at Jazz Fest in New Orleans.
Wow.
And people are like, "Were you nervous?" As I was like, I didn't have time to be nervous. I was like,
right.
Man, if I would have got in my head, I would have stumbled left and right. You just got to go on stage and go, "Man, you've been playing and singing your whole life. It's just Bon Jovi songs. Go kick ass."
Right. Now, was John part of the rehearsals? Because I know a lot of times the big star sometimes doesn't be part of the rehearsals.
Oh no, because I was not only rehearsing. I was it was the first time we were playing together, so he wanted to be there to make sure, because you know what, whatever anybody says, John Bon Jovi is a huge Richie Sambora fan. Mm-hmm. Like, he loves his guitar playing.
Yeah.
So filling in those shoes gets a whole lot more intense when that's the case.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Because he's not looking at you expecting you to make it your own. He wants people to hear what they hear on the records.
You can't stray on the Living on a Prayer solo. You can't stray on the Living on the Wanted Dead or Alive solo. Those are iconic solos. Mm-hmm. Born to Be My Baby, he'd been doing something completely different live for years. And I was like, you know what? I love the solo on the record. I'm gonna do that. Mm-hmm. So I think that was a good part of it. And then the other part of it was, like, as I grew into the role, I had, Richie Sambora on one side and then PhilX on the other side. And there was a guy in the middle that showed up and delivered every night.
That's great. So now, so how did you go see the Bon Jovi? How did you end up getting hooked up with Kurt? Because obviously it's been a decade now with John. How did you end up meeting up with Kurt?
So Kurt started working with Chris Lord-Alge. Okay. And Chris Lord-Alge, we met years ago at a Hollywood record company Christmas party, and he came up to me. He had done a bunch of Daughtry songs that I had mixed. He had mixed a bunch of Daughtry songs that I played on, and Kelly Clarkson songs that I played on. And he basically came up to me at the party, and he was like, "Are you PhilX?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, "I got to tell you, I love mixing your guitars." And I'm like, "Wow. I mean, you're the guy. So thanks."
Thanks.
And then flash forward to years later, 2017, we met in Rio because he was broadcast mixing Aerosmith one night, and I was playing there the next night with Bon Jovi. And he goes, "Hey man, I hear you have a band. Send me some songs." So I sent him some songs, and he fell in love with the Drills and said, "Man, you need me to mix your record, and I need to mix your record. So let me mix your record." And then he mixed one of our records, and then it turned into the whole COVID thing. And he was like, "Hey man, if you got a rig at home, I need you to play on some stuff." So I started recording guitars, and it was Kurt.
Okay.
And the first thing we did was have a cigar. And then he kept sending me songs, and I kept doing guitars and vocals. And that was one of those things, like, I'm just going to play on this, and he can put a band together, and somebody else can take over the guitar duties.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But when he asked me to co-write, he goes, "Hey, can I send you some lyrics?" And then I go, that totally changed the game.
Yeah.
You know, I have more invested in it. I started writing music to his lyrics and tweaking and coming up with some really great stuff that I literally would not have come up with if it wasn't for the delivery of the lyrics. I think it was like a Bernie Taupin, Elton John kind of thing.
Nice. Nice.
So, you know, and then the thing is, and then at that point, it was kind of like, you know, I don't think I want to hand off the guitar duties to somebody else.
Yeah.
Because I've really put my heart into this now. And then Kurt and I talked about me going on the road with the band, and we put this amazing band together, and we've been down here delivering the Kurt message and killing it every night.
And it really is a Kurt message. I mean, that's one of the things I've seen him a couple times and seen you guys a couple times now live, and it's special. I mean, there's something very different than what he's doing than what a lot of people are doing. He's got a real positive message, not in a cheesy way, but it's just it makes you feel good being at the shows and like just watching you just unleash on guitar. I mean, there were times I was standing next to Andy Gould and we were watching, and we were just like two school kids, like giggling at how good you are. It's just like, holy crap. But it's like, yeah, so that part is amazing. Now, for people who don't know, Kurt's record, his first EP, Work Hard, Rock Hard, comes out this Friday. So Thursday night for iTunes, Spotify, and it's got 6 songs on it. And I think 4 of those songs were co-written by you with Kurt, right?
Yeah.
I think 4 of the songs were you and Kurt's, and one of those is Naive.
Naive.
Yeah.
Naive's my jam, man.
Yeah. So that video comes out Friday as well. So the video will come out Friday.
Yeah, man. Awesome. I'm excited.
So that's what was that? So the process is just you would get the lyrics and then you write from there?
Well, he would send me some lyrics, and then I would really I'd really dig into the message, you know, what he was trying to say. And I also would elaborate to an extent of, oh, this is cool, but this little tweak is a better rhythm for this riff.
Yeah.
And I just remember digging a lot into that. And it's just, but the hook, you know, the hook for me was, you know, money hungry. And so I made that, I'm like, oh, this could be unstoppable if I make this the hook. And then it's just, when I hear that chorus now, every time it's like, and you know, the way where the band sings it live with harmonies, it's just stacked. And everybody walks away. It's the last song, so everybody walks away singing that song. It's pretty. And then I got to say, our 6th member of the band is Kyle Gerhardt, because if it wasn't for him, people wouldn't get the message. It just sounds so good out front.
Yeah. No, Kyle's fantastic. It
really is. And I know I tell Kurt every day, I go, man, you really scored with Kyle, because he cares so much. Like, you know what? You guys, I know a lot of sound guys. There isn't a lot of sound guys that come in, check out the PA, find something that's broken and fix it. and I mean, today, the PA, wait, there's more bottom end and on the right side. Let's check out the left side. And something wasn't working, and he fixed it.
He fixed it.
Yeah, like I'm blown away.
I gotta have him come to my house and look at my stereo system.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Kyle.
Hey, but don't nickel and dime him, man. He's worth it.
Hey, Kyle, you want to come over for dinner? Oh, what do you mean my stereo doesn't sound right?
Really quick from the chat room, Lori from Australia says Jeff Beck plays guitar on the Bon Jovi Blaze of Glory album, which he loves dearly. There obviously, you know, Blaze of Glory is in the set, I would assume. How do you approach the Jeff Beck?
Well, we've only played that a few times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you know what? We have another, like John Shanks, who actually got me the gig. He's the other guitar player in the band. And even in the beginning, you know, I wanted to give him a share of solos, because who wants to play rhythm guitar all night, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, even okay, you and Malcolm or did, but he, you know, and then even John was at the beginning. He was like, "Why is Shanks doing so many solos?" And I'm like, "Because who wants to do, you know, who wants that secondary part all the time?" So, But cool thing, he called me and said, "Hey, I see Blaze of Glory on the song to play at rehearsal on Sunday. Do you mind if I do it? Because I'm a huge Jeff Beck fan." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's yours. Take it, no problem." So I mean, I think that's a brotherhood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no ego. There's no you know, hey, I'm gonna do that. No, you know, that's nothing like that at all. So I really love this band because of that. I really love, like, David Bryan is the funniest guy in the band. Tico Torres is the coolest guy in the band, and then there's everybody else.
David Bryan was the first Bon Jovi interview I ever did.
Wow.
It was one of my first interviews ever in the music industry, David Bryan.
Wow.
So that was, yeah. I may have, if I didn't tell you that story, I'll bore you with it when you're back in LA. But yeah, it was David Bryan was on the Keep the Faith album. I interviewed David, so that was cool. But so for anyone in the LA area, Kurt will be playing at the Whiskey the day after Thanksgiving, which I believe is the 26th. So he'll be at the Whiskey on November 26th with Jeff Tate. Phil will be there, and then Phil will also be playing the Whiskey on the 27th with the Drills. PhilX and the Drills will be playing with Atomic Punks on November 27th.
Oh yes, that's right.
So it'll be a PhilX weekend in Los Angeles.
Well,
I'm already getting messages from the Atomic Punks, like, "You're bringing that guitar, right?" I'm like, "Hell yeah, man!"
Paul, you know what the great part about that weekend is that's the weekend before December 3rd where the Smokin' Kills are playing at the Mint in Los Angeles, and you can see me play rhythm guitar.
What? At the Mint, man, I haven't been to the Mint in years.
Yeah.
Well, mostly because I moved away for a while.
Well, yeah, that'll do it.
Man, I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, come on down. Mike Dawson and the Smokin' Kills. I'll send you the record. It's really good.
Send me the record. I love it.
Very, very good. Well, Phil, thank you. I know there's merch booth stuff that has to get done tonight, so we want to get Kurt on.
Yeah,
get Kurt on, and I don't want to take up your whole night because I know there's exciting things to do in
actually
Massachusetts.
Kurt keeps peeking in, so I think he's ready.
Hey, am I up yet? Hey, can I talk now?
Is it my turn?
Wait, so how am I going to do that? We're going to get him to get on his phone.
Oh,
Okay.
This could take 20 minutes, but okay,
No,
let's do this.
just have him click the link and jump in.
Yep.
Yeah, let me get him to do it now.
All right.
And walking through the buzz on a Friday night. Nope. Hey, Kurt. Yeah,
Kurt, you're up.
Yeah.
So for the people watching at home, this is Kurt's CD that comes out on the 19th. Make sure I have it centered right. And this is his single, Burn Together on one side and A Cigar on the other. You can get
wow,
through the
man,
shows.
we got product.
Oh, you know, if I was a good video editor, I would be able to put the stuff up there.
Dude,
but
we're lucky
not.
we're lucky we can
man,
get Zoom to work.
I don't expect anybody to do that on the fly. You got your phone?
They're bringing it to me. Can we get on and say hello?
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
There he is.
Look
at that hat.
Look at the hat.
Talking to Phil.
We've been talking to Phil.
We've been talking to Phil. Kurt Deimer, everybody. He's going to be jumping in on his own phone here in a minute.
You know Izzy?
Yeah,
First
I met
time.
Izzy.
Oh, that's right. We did it.
I met you at the Rainbow.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. So how was tonight's show?
Well, we had technical difficulty for 20 minutes.
That's why we're on the phone.
That's why we're on.
That's why we're on the phone. Yeah.
Paul, I was in at the merch booth, Paul. So
that's good. That's what we like to hear.
Technical difficulties.
That's what we like to hear.
Good show tonight. Here.
We heard it was a good show.
Great crowd tonight. Yeah,
that's awesome. I did not even know.
Awesome,
I did not even know Dracut, Massachusetts existed. So I have something to look for the next time I'm home.
Is it on the T-shirt? Maybe we left it. I don't even. I was like, you don't have a show tonight. I go, yeah, we have a fucking show tonight.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't have a show tonight, do you? I'm like looking, I'm going, I don't see a show on my routing. Yeah. What's going on?
Man, we're in the middle of 10 in a row. back to back.
Yes.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, man. We hate days off, so that's perfect.
That's absolutely awesome. Yeah, that's great. Then do you have any days off before the? Well, obviously before the whiskey, but the tour
Well, we
ends on
did
the
the
20th.
Texas run. We did the Texas run, and then we had 2 days to get from Tech because Corpus Christi got canceled. So we had 2 days to get to Chicago, which probably was better.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been
that would have been. I think you would have needed what, like 3 bus drivers to get from Corpus to Chicago with 1 day off in the middle.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
Well,
sure.
I
I'm
think
not
you
sure
could-
how Kyle had that plan.
Yeah, probably 2 drivers.
It would be 2 drivers breaking. Yeah, that's crazy. But all right. So what are
You
we
know,
doing?
Kyle-
Are we getting you flipped to your phone, or are we going to do this on Phil's phone?
Well, Kyle's putting the Zoom app on my phone now because I didn't have the app on my phone. I thought I was coming into Kyle's professional camera setup.
Gotcha.
Man, that would have been so good if we could get the Wi-Fi working. It's Li-Fi, man. It's bus Li-Fi.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Did you guys have a good chat with PhilX?
We did.
We did. We had a great
Phil is
chat.
fantastic.
I want everybody to fucking know this dude is the nicest fucking dude. He has a big heart like me, and that's why we get along, and that's why we're on this mission together. So, and I appreciate what you did.
Thanks,
To be
Kurt.
on here. I mean, our album, I hope you guys go get it, man. It's gonna kick ass. So.
Kick ass.
Kick ass.
Is he really
It's
a
up
nice?
to you, Paul, to spread the word. So, right, Phil?
Well, you are
Right,
on Hard Rock's premier podcast.
That's right. That's right. Is he really a nice guy though? Because there are some times at Lucky Strike that maybe I thought. No, I'm just kidding.
He is.
Oh, so you guys know each other from the jams at Lucky
Signing
Strike.
into my Zoom
Yes.
call, right?
Okay.
No, we're downloading.
Or we're downloading it.
Oh yeah.
Downloading.
No, which should take about
Oh, that's
3
Apple.
hours from what we
Apple
saw
ID.
from your
Yeah, that's different.
more
man,
live
well,
yeah.
more live podcasting at its finest.
Hey man, you're not going
Right?
to get this when you're recorded, man. Dude. This is the fun part about going live.
Hey, this is the way rock and roll is. It should be raw, and you just go out and jam it out. You do whatever you have to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This should be how rock and roll is. Download the app as you're going.
That's it. There we go. There we go. We got the app downloaded.
So
No, I meant
Now it's gonna
everything I
take-
said.
now it's
I
gonna
meant
take-
everything I said about PhilX. I mean, we're together for a reason, and we're on a mission together. And we have the same beliefs, and we'd like to help others. And we just want to rock out and be ourselves.
that's what I said, man. We're
And if
spreading
you like
your
it, you
message.
like it. Yeah. You like
Yeah,
it, you
no,
like it. You don't, you don't. We're cool. with it, you
No,
know?
but I mean, it's what the thing is sometimes it's really hard to be the opening band in front of a band like Jeff Tate, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But we seem to grab every audience by the throat, and they love it. The third song, they're singing along. You know, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah. It's been a very, very good experience. So.
That's
I mean,
awesome.
every city we're getting new fans. I mean, you could see it, dude. When you watch all my stuff, so
Yeah.
I'm meeting
No, you could.
people, and they're digging it, and now that we have different products to offer, we're selling a lot more.
You missed the shameless plug where I was like, we have.
No, dude, you're not allowed to do that.
I can do
said
this. I can do this.
See, I said the right thing. Products. We have products. I keep them, you know. But anyways, no, I appreciate what you guys are doing for us too, and having us on. And,
Of course.
No, that's
Yeah, for sure, man.
awesome.
did you talk
That's
about
awesome.
his show at the Whiskey a Go Go?
Oh, we talked about everything, man.
We talked about it's the
Friday
PhilX
after
weekend.
Thanksgiving us, and then the next night, I'm gonna check out Phil. PhilX.
It's gonna be the PhilX weekend. We got the Kurt Deimer show Friday night, and we've got the PhilX and the Drills Saturday night. So it'll be, and then we'll have a hangover on Sunday.
Right?
Yeah, we'll try to get a hold of you, and probably won't be able till Tuesday.
Till Tuesday.
Hey,
Wait, and then Izzy's playing. What day is that? You said the third, right?
Friday the 3rd at the Mint.
Wow.
The Mint.
The Mint.
Yes.
Which is the
I'll still
following
be there.
Friday.
I'll probably gonna
Wait.
still be there.
Wait, I want. That's on Pico, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pico.
And Paul, I'm going to stay, just so you know, probably a few extra days because we got a song that I'm going to sing that Phil and I have been working on. So
Nice.
and then I'll come to the Mint and see Izzy because I don't think I leave.
So basically, so Kurt's moving to LA is basically what this boils down to.
Oh, I live at the Grafton.
I love the Grafton. Don Kovac says, "Where's the other Canuck, Mikhail Vasos?"
Oh, Michael.
Michael.
Oh, he's our other guitar player. Wait, that's while we're trying to get Kurt's phone going.
Phil, go try to find one.
Oh no, Michael went to the hotel. Is that working?
I'm working on it.
Okay, he's working on it. Here,
He's working on it.
I'll let you. You know what? I'll let Kurt use my phone.
For a few minutes.
Yeah.
All right, Phil's gonna let me use his phone. Thank you.
Okay.
Hey guys, thanks for having me on, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
Okay.
We'll see you.
guys
We'll see you in a
rock.
couple weeks.
We'll see you in a couple weeks.
All right,
Thank you.
Kurt, your iPhone is now connecting. Oh,
Oh, and then we have Kyle.
Is that Kyle?
There we have Kyle.
Hey.
Phil.
Hey, see you guys. I'm leaving.
Thank you,
Bye,
brother.
brothers. Thank you.
Thank you, Phil.
All right.
All right.
Boom. Kurt. Okay. Fantastic. We got this.
What's up?
No, that's up.
That
So
was
we
fun,
we
though.
talked.
I'm glad we got to talk with me and Phil too. So
Yeah, no, that's
absolutely.
awesome. So we were talking to Phil for a bit, and he told us how he got introduced to you through Chris Lord-Alge. What was that? What was the experience of meeting Phil like? I mean, you how did that come about from your perspective?
well, I went. Chris sent me he said we're gonna do this have a cigar idea you have, and I'm going to show you what I can do, because at this point I'd gotten the demo to Chris that I had put together, as you're well aware of, Paul, with David Bendith up in New Jersey. That I took it to I still didn't like it, so I took it to LA and got a house and a studio, and had some management at the time that encouraged me to do that. So I got introduced to CLA and took that album. He remixed it, but still, it just needed to be redone, with which is what we're doing now with me and Phil and Chris. But he said, "Let's do Have a Cigar. Let me show you what I can do." And I go, "Who the hell is that motherfucker playing guitar?" Like, you get that moment where you seize up and you're just like, if you love rock music, you're just like, what the fuck? And he wouldn't tell me who it was. And then he finally said, "It's Phil X." And I'll admit, I honestly did not know who Phil X was at that, but I knew he did a Richie spot, but I never really was like, you know what I mean? And he didn't know who the hell I was either. So we recorded this track, and I did the vocals. Phil did his epic solo, and August we decided to shoot a video, and that's where we first met, on the set of shooting the video for Have a Cigar that's out on YouTube. That was our first day. So
wow.
And now we're like bros, and like we have each other's back, and you like us or you don't like us, we're gonna rock it out and come to our show. We're cool, we're gonna be ourselves. So.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I'm a huge Bon Jovi fan, like embarrassingly large Bon Jovi fan.
Oh,
and I, to be fair, I had no
have
idea.
That slippery when wet tattoo.
Yeah, exactly. I have to get that. Good idea. Yeah. Slippery when wet. That'll be the next one. But like, I had no idea Phil could play the way he plays until I heard those initial recordings with you, and I was just like, my God. I mean, it's at a whole nother level what he does with you.
Yeah, like we went into the studio. Remember, we go to CLA's studio, and you'd be like, "What the fuck was that shit?" Right?
It's like literally.
You heard the 800 AD song that you got coming out in that video. It's like you were like, "What the hell is it?"
Yeah,
it's like our little playground at CLA's studio,
Yeah, and it's like, and it's so amazing because like he just completely, what he does with you is another level. I mean, it's just crazy.
Well,
so
that was the thing Chris Lord-Alge said. He's like, "Kurt, you're the storyteller. You write your lyrics. You do what you do. You sing the way you sing. You stay in your lane. Phil, unleash the beast.
Yeah.
And he compliments my singing because he's more comfortable real high. So we made sure the band even that we put together, that because of all the harmonies, as you well know, Paul, I mean, we want to present it as accurately as possible without a bunch of trap. Yeah, it's awesome.
No, I hold on, Paul, just really quick. Because I know you had, when you were doing the bald man thing, you had Filazzo out with you.
Yes.
And
love Steve Filazzo.
Oh, him and the Frohawk. You know, you can't complain. And was there any talk about having him as part of this as well, or was he too busy, or what was going on with that with Steve?
No, I love Steve and I love his wife Kim. They're just beautiful people, and we're good friends. And he stepped up to be my music director when I was still kind of floundering around as bald man. You know, I had this movie that I didn't feel it was ready yet. I had these songs I didn't feel it was ready yet, but I was tired of sitting around at home and not being out, at least trying to bring people some form of entertainment during the pandemic. So we got a crew together. It was me and Steve Filazzo and Brent Woods and Nick Mayberry and Brian Tishy. And did I name everybody? I didn't miss. And Michael Devin.
Oh, and forgot Michael Devin. Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's an all-star band right there.
Yeah. So we just went out and entertained who we could, you know, during what was on. But without that experience and without going out and working and taking the hits, I never would have met Paul. I never would have met Andy Gould. I never would have proved myself to Chris Lord-Alge. And you got to work. I mean, talent is the greatest thing, and each of us have our own talents, but without hard work it won't turn into anything. So I had to go grind that out just to even get a sniff from somebody like Paul or Andy. You know, you just got to work. So that's how that all went down. But bald man's a thing of the past, right, Paul?
Yes, bald man's a thing of the past.
That was one of the
Kurt Deimer.
Yeah, it's like Andy calls me at Christmas the last year, right around the Christmas holiday, and he's like, "You just got to be your name," you know. And it's hard once you work so hard to build up this name, and it's like, well, I'm bald man, you know. Fuck, I'm bald. I get it because I act, and I'm in. You know, why mess around with two different names? Just Kurt Deimer's a cool rock name, so
yeah, it is.
Let's go rock. Hear the name Kurt Deimer, come rock out. We'll come up with a name for our family of followers. You know, I'm thinking about Dime Bags or Dime.
The Dime Heads.
The Dime Heads. Yes, that was one. So we'll build. We're going to build a family, and we're going to rock all over the world. So, and I'm for Paul, your co-host, for helping me achieve my dreams. So,
thank you. So the best part of the story, one of my favorite parts of the story is just you being able to go after your dreams as not a 20-year-old, you know what I mean? I mean, what path, you took a different path to music than a lot of people take, because most people, you know, they start, you know, they're playing their teenagers and this is what they want to do for the rest of their life. And by the time they hit, you know, their 30s, they're out of music. They realize it's something they can't do. You came into music later. How did that happen? Like, what was?
Well, I mean, I was in Cincinnati, you know, local artists playing down at the college. I graduated from University of Cincinnati, but I knew I was going to burn out. I knew if I went out, I would party my life away. I would burn out and I would fail because I didn't have wherewithal to fight and do what you need to do. Because most people, when you talk to them, you go, okay, I want to be a band. And they're like, there's 1,000 bands in the world. You'll never be able to make it. So I've heard that.
Yep.
Or when I wanted to start my oil company, how can you do that? These oil companies have been around for, it's like, okay, whatever. So I just do it. But I knew back then I couldn't fight the fight to win the battles that I knew were going to come at me. I decided to get my act together, quit partying so much, get my degree. Then I got a master's degree paid for by Chevron. I got into the oil business. I started my company. So now I can go head to head with anybody who tried. Like, that's why I wrote Naive. It's like, you want to try to mess with me? I'm going to fight and I'm going to move on. And we're going to do this A level and write. So that's what I did. And I couldn't have done that as a 20-year-old. I would have been way too mature and mentally not stable enough to do it. So now I can get all those thoughts I had back in my 20s off my brain into my song.
There you go. There you go. And not end up a 49-year-old Lyft driver.
Exactly.
Izzy, are you looking for a Lyft driver?
But like Paul and I say, I decided to pivot another direction at that time. And hell, I got to raise 3 beautiful boys, Cullen, Luke, and Will, and have that dad role and watch my kids grow up from babies and make sure that they got the life they deserved. And I still will support them till the day they die. I got to take care of my parents, and my sister got sick and I took care of her. You know, I'm very blessed that I got to do all that, but I couldn't have done that if I would have tried to pursue the music at 20. So now I'm do it now. Every time I go on stage, I look up in the sky and I say to my sister and my dad, because they're both passed, and that we only had a family of 4, and I say, you ready to go do a show again tonight? Because they were both singers, and they were really good singers. Like, I'm like the least one besides in the dot, but I stay true to myself, you know.
Yeah.
I got a unique style. So
what where do the lyrics come from for you? So you do, what inspires you? Are you just sitting around, idea pops in your head? You know, Phil was talking about the lyrics for Naive, how you send him stuff and it's just inspiring for him to go play. Where does that inspiration come from for you?
Well, usually when I'm home in Ohio, when you don't have me out on the road or shooting a movie, don't leave me there too long. But anyways, I sit out in my studio. I have a studio in Ohio, and I'll have a couple beers and I'll get a thought in my head, and I'll write down one verse, and then I'll either feel it to keep going or I'll stop and I'll revisit it later. But when the ones that hit real quick usually hit 10 to 20 minutes.
Wow.
And I'll do a voice memo on my phone, and I'll go talk to Phil and Chris, and I'll be like, this is going to be like, wow. This like every time when I, you know, and they go with that. And then Phil will make his changes because I trust Phil, and Phil's a beast. So, and then Chris will put his touch on it, and it's a pretty lethal writing team, you know, and we all believe in each other, and we're all on the same mission. So
that's and it's amazing. And the results, like we said earlier, album comes out Friday on Spotify, Apple Music.
If you pre-order, it'll load in on the 18th, I think.
The night of the 18th. Yeah, it'll load in that night. So there's 6 tracks. They're all original.
Yes.
So how about the movie side of it now? Because what?
Well, don't forget, Paul, we're setting up the merch store too on the website, probably before the holidays.
Absolutely.
Or right around. We have a collector's CD for Have a Cigar and Burn Together, and then we have our EP out coming out, you know, here on the 17th, right, or 19th. 19th.
Yep.
Load in on 19th.
So,
and we got more. We've got stuff teed up, as you well know.
Well, let's talk about the movie. Let's talk about the movie a little bit, because the movie's been, you know, that's where did Hellbilly Hollow come from you? What?
Is it almost done?
It's getting there. Where did the inspiration for Hellbilly Hollow come from?
All right. Well, this whole reason why we're even talking tonight is I went to do a cameo in a movie called Trading Paint in Alabama with John Travolta and Shania Twain and Toby Sebastian from Game of Thrones. And I was there walking around, and they're like, we want to give you a speaking role in the final scene of the movie. You're the track announcer. So I did it. And I'm like, it was very surreal. I mean, I'm planning my to. So then a month later, I get a call to be in the Halloween movie and get killed by Michael Myers. So I did that, and that movie was huge. And that was in 2018 when that came out. But I thought I can do my own franchise, and I, put together a team and shot a movie called Hellbilly Hollow in Alabama, and it'll be out next year. That's the goal. And we already have written Hellbilly Hollow 2. And if you've seen, like, Paul is my manager, Paul Gargano, and my co-manager is Andy Gould, and he managed Rob Zombie. I love Bill Moseley, so I'm a pretty twisted, right, Paul? You would say,
yeah,
twisted.
Yeah. It's very much it's definitely along the lines of the Rob Zombie movies. Absolutely.
Yeah. And you got to see 1 to see 2. So we're going to build this franchise like I was inspired to do by being in Halloween. So it's coming out next year, and we got a song that we're playing live called Doom. That's going to be the single from the movie. And
nice.
Yeah, we're stoked. I'm stoked to get, dude, once that gets out, who knows? We're going to,
right.
We're just looking for the right partner,
Yep.
But
well, I mean, look, when you start working on the second one, your pal Izzy here has done some acting. Just saying, throwing it out there,
Izzy has.
There will be some opportunities in that movie for you to be quite a creative character if you'd like to.
I love it. That is where I roll the goodest.
The goodest. Izzy, do you want to die on camera?
I would love to. Sweet, we're finally rid of him. He's dying.
What's your degree in?
What?
What's your degree in?
My degree, I have a few. English, writing intensive. I have a few. You don't become a nerd only having one degree. Come on. Very writing. I have journalism. I have writing intensive English, and then pre-law. And I'm literally like, if I went back to school for a semester, I would have 4 minors, because I'm literally one class away from a bunch of different minors.
Get it done. Go do it.
I don't know what impact a history minor will have on my life at this point. or a theology minor. What is that going to do to my life at this point?
Knowing you as well as I do, it'd be a waste of your time. So.
Izzy. I think after Izzy sees, I'm going to say this, after Izzy sees Hellbilly Hollow, he will never look at me the same after he sees the whack-a-mole scene. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say anything more than that. I'm not going to say anything. I can't
wait.
Paul what his degree was in, because you said goodest, and I'm an English literature major, and I shit too. So
yeah, I'm you're English literature. I'm English writing intensive. So that was like, yeah. So Izzy always wants to kill me because I go, you're missing the commas in the wrong place. When he does the ads. So what are some of your favorite? We can talk about the tracks a little bit coming up on the EP. So Phil talked quite a bit about Naive. He said that's his favorite. That video is obviously coming out Friday. What about some of the other tracks? Burn Together. We know Burn Together.
Well, I'll just tell you, real quick. I can't remember what we're opening it up with Naive, aren't we?
Yeah, Naive's first.
Yeah. So Naive was about my journey to where I am today with Paul and Andy, and just fighting my way through all the, you go through the different levels of the music business, and everybody wants to help you, and they have good intentions, and I have no hard feelings towards anybody, but you have to progress, and you have to do what you do, and you got to believe in it, and you got to fight for yourself. So I wrote that about my experiences for that. And then what do we do there from there, Paul? We go Naive.
Burn Together,
which features Jeff Tate, who, back in the 90s, I believe it was, correct me if I'm wrong, was on the MTV Music Awards singing Silent Lucidity with an orchestra.
Yep.
And to think back to that memory that's embedded in my brain that I'm in a music video with Jeff, I'm on a tour with Jeff, and it's fucked up.
Yeah. That's
and then,
amazing.
you know, and my producer of my album, you know, we've got what else? What You Saying on there? We've got what else? Back of the School. Only Time Will Tell. My producer. So not only do I have to deal with the fact that Jeff Tate is featured on my album, I have to deal with the fact that Chris Lord-Alge my album and mixed it, who American, and like he's my best friend in the world now. It's like, fuck, what the fuck is that? But we love each other and got each other's back. And then I got PhilX. And it's just like, but I've worked since 2017 to get to this. So
yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? It's, you got to keep fighting. Any musicians out there that want to try to win this race, just keep, you know, getting better and practicing and being the best at your talent, but you got to work hard or you're gonna get trampled all over. So you got to be able to fight. But the album, dude, I don't know what all our plans are to promote it and everything, but people got to hear it. It's I think it's one you'll want to have in your collection.
Definitely.
And you're a tough critic.
I'm a bit of a dick. Yeah.
No.
You guys will never hear my version of Lola because Paul doesn't like it.
Hey, you know what? I don't love Lola. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
I know, but that's why we get along so well. We're broke. We can be brutally honest with each other, you know.
Yeah, that's important.
There's things that I tell Paul that he doesn't like that I want to do.
Yep, absolutely. Yes, there are.
Give and take.
Give and take. It's like it's a relationship. It's all a relationship.
Right.
Yeah. What's it been like out on the road with Jeff Tate? Because this is your first time out with someone of Jeff's stature. I mean, it's really your first time out with anybody, because when you did the tour as Bald Man, you were headlining and that was on your own. So this is your first time out. What's that experience been like?
It's gone really well. I mean, Kyle Gerhardt, my tour manager, sound engineer, you don't have to ever worry about a thing. We're always on time. We do what we need to do. They've been very kind to us, and we've been working together as a team, and we're here to help and take the high road in any situation and just be pros. So I'm very blessed and thankful that Jeff brought us on this tour, because we've made so many new fans that we never would have made if we weren't given the opportunity. Yeah. And thank you for helping work that out, Paul. I appreciate that.
No, you're welcome. But it's and I could say this about Kyle, like, because I know Phil was talking, for the people listening at home. I mean, when you're on the road, you have to trust everybody around you implicitly. And I was out with Drowning Pool for 9 weeks a couple summers ago, and Kyle literally, I think I might have killed myself 14 times if it wasn't for Kyle. I mean, Kyle knows his stuff. I mean, he's so good. He's so good. He's annoying, and you want to punch him in the face sometimes.
Hey, I forgot I had a phone call with Wabash, and newspaper, and he sends me a text. Remember, you got this, and it's in the master tour. But he saved my ass on that. But I saved his ass on something tonight. Oh, I said, remember I told you yesterday we need more signed PhilX and I pictures, and he goes, but we help each other, or it's a team.
Yeah.
You're only going to succeed and win the game if you go out there and act very professional, take and be a good team.
And that's one of the things from my perspective, working with as many artists as I do, that's really refreshing about you, Kurt, because you've had so much success in other aspects of your life that that becomes part of how you approach music. And that a lot of people don't have that perception. You know, a lot of people don't have that. and you understand that you've got to do the work, and you understand what the work, if you don't put the work in, you're not going to get the success. So it's a very big thing for you. That's a lot of credit to you for that one.
Yeah,
but,
anything I built, nobody handed it to me. I built it from scratch. So, and that's what we're doing now.
Fantastic. Izzy, do you have anything else you would like to before Kurt and I start talking marketing plans or something?
No, man, I'm just taking this all in because obviously, Kurt, we met at the Rainbow, but this whole thing is kind of new to me. So I'm just like letting Paul run with it.
Well, I really appreciate you having me on, man.
Oh no, anytime.
Paul speaks very highly of you, and hopefully we can hang out more when I'm out there.
I don't know if he wants you saying that in public.
Okay, I retract.
Paul thinks you're a douche. He's using you for airtime.
I retract.
But we will Izzy will be at the show on Friday unless he's not in the state. He will be at the show on Friday at the Whiskey
Is that better?
Oh, the lighting's the lighting's perfect now, just in time for present.
Dude,
but yes,
it never has to be perfect when it's rock and roll.
That's
exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Maybe that should be our tagline. Instead of Hard Rock's premier podcast, we should be Hard Rock's typical podcast.
Somewhat better than average podcast.
Yes. It's only rock and roll, and I like it.
And that's like it.
Hard Rock's podcast is just a little bit better than Johnny from his grandma's basement in Sheboygan's podcast.
Well, fantastic, Kurt. Thank you very much for coming on, Kurt. I know you have stuff you have to do tonight, so thank you very much.
Are you calling?
What?
Are you calling me later to say goodnight, Paul?
You can tuck you in, yeah.
No, I'm going to go in and
Kurt can't fall asleep at night if I don't say goodnight.
I'm going to meet fans in Draycott, Massachusetts, that my manager didn't even know I was playing tonight.
Seriously. Dude, I'm looking at the oldest list of dates. I pull up the first one I can find, and I'm like, oh, tonight will be literally Monday will be perfect. Kurt has a day off, so he won't be doing anything. And then I go, I'm flipping you to the podcast this week because I'm out of town next week. So the whole thing made sense. And then you're like, we have a show tonight. And I was just like, damn it.
You're out of town next week. I'm glad you told me this.
I have an ulterior plan, though. No. Don't worry.
All right.
When, Paul, are we doing the date and TV interview?
I'll talk to you about that later. I'll talk to you about that later because I got to look that up. It's on my computer. Kurt, did you get those stickers?
Sell like hotcakes.
Stickers sell like hotcakes. All right. Well, Kurt, thank you very much
for everything.
I will talk to you in a little bit, and I'll give you a call in a little bit. And Izzy, do you want to do the final sign out?
Yeah, I'll do the final.
Paul, give Rika a hug for me, and Paul, give Izzy a big hug for me too, even though you're not together.
Even though we're not together, I think I'll see Izzy tomorrow. So you'll get. I'll give him a
there's got to be there's going to be a trade off of goods tomorrow.
You just made it sound so like covert.
Izzy, man.
Good to see you. Thank you so much.
Or the week after, I'll be there. So thank you guys.
Look forward to it. All right.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
This is like a Minnesota goodbye. It just doesn't end. The goodbye just keeps going and going.
It's Cincinnati goodbye. Goodbye. Yeah.
Love you guys. Thank you.
Bye, Kurt. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, brother.
I'm trying to shut it
This whole episode, it's been like teaching elders how to use Zoom.
Oh my God.
Oh,
and now you know what? All we need right now is for PhilX to pop back in.
Yeah.
Is this thing on?
So I'm supposed to do something here? I don't know.
Ay.
All
Well, you know
right.
what? I'm curious. I'm actually looking forward to listening to this one back, Izzy, because I want to see if you do anything with the editing or if it just runs completely as is.
What's this editing you
What's
speak
this
of?
editing that you
I don't
speak
look,
of?
Paul, and this is absolutely true. So anybody that watches this on video, everything that you hear is on the live broadcast as well. The only thing gets edited is the beginning and the end of the video to coincide with the beginning and the end of the audio.
Yes.
Because we start recording the video before we go live.
Yes.
And there's
There
a
we
lot
go.
of times, a lot of stuff that has to be taken off.
Hey. Oh my God.
Oh,
But you know
right.
what? It was we had the Daryl Dwarf episode where it was internet and mic problems, and then tonight
Yep.
we had the Dracut, Massachusetts 3G internet connection. So
Yep. And then
I love
fucking rock and roll, baby.
Oh yes.
Lori says editing stage left even. Well played. Well played. All right. Let me hit the before I hit the outro music, is there anything that you got to pimp?
No, I think enough got pimped in that episode. I'm pretty good right now. Everyone check out metaledge.com or metaledgemag.com, and we're going to have a lot of content coming soon. So the Metal Edge site's going to be blowing up and big things on the horizon.
I love it. I love it. And so we have a backup plan for next week. We are not going to be live, but there will be a show. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. We
All
cannot
right.
be live because I will be in an airplane when we should be live.
It's all right.
So,
they got Wi-Fi on airplanes. You can annoy everybody around you.
You will appreciate this, though. Yeah, my Wi-Fi connection on Delta will probably be better than the Wi-Fi connection in Dracut, Massachusetts.
Absolutely.
But you will appreciate this. I am seeing Chris Jericho's Kiss cover band on Saturday, Quarantine.
Oh, you lucky bastard.
So I will be hearing the hits of Asylum,
Yes.
Animalize, and a bunch of other albums. I don't know what's in his set
I love
list.
it.
I don't know what's in his
Crazy
set list.
Nights. Yes. And
I
speaking
don't know
of that,
what's in the set list.
today's the anniversary of Smashes, Thrashes, and Hits, which means today's the anniversary of Let's Put the X in Sex. All right. Friday the 3rd.
By the way, we did not rehearse that, and that was a really pretty great
saucy.
duet.
December 3rd, 10:30 p.m. Mike Dawson and the Smoking Kills at the Mint in Los Angeles. Tickets are available right now as we speak. Go to themintla.com. On behalf of Paul Gargano, Phil X, Kurt Deimer, my name is Izzy Presley, and you're goddamn right, I'm hot.
Am I supposed to be laughing right now?